Hey everybody, Jay here. Today we got a cool video on the homestead. We are out on one of the corners of the property gonna cut some firewood. We've had a lot of wind, rain, kind of storms the last few days in New England. It happens to be like 42 to 45 degrees out today, so why not get out here? I got my reflective clothing on because it's hunting season, but we're gonna drop some trees here. My wife and I are expecting a baby literally any day, so I want to just get a little bit ahead on my firewood for next year. If you're just joining us, check out some other videos, but we heat our house. We got an outdoor wood boiler, so that's what heats our home, and been here 3 years. We inherited it. We didn't buy it. We inherited it, so I'm just trying to play catch up. So I want to get ahead because evidently babies are a lot of work, as I knew. So let's get to it. So if you guys want to see some trees drop, hang around. So we got the big bear out in the woods with the cart with all our stuff in it. Let's just take a look around. It sure is a very dense forest with lots of good trees. Now we're not going to clear cut, we're just going to selectively pick a bunch, leave them out here to dry. I meant to bring some 2x4s to stack them on, but we'll see if I can find another means to get them off the ground. But this first leaner right here, we're going to take this sucker down. For those of you who are just joining us, the firewood I'm cutting here is for an outdoor wood boiler. So now, if you're not familiar with what that is, go check out my other videos. I got a few videos on it, but I cut my logs larger than 16 inches. These are almost 2-foot sections that I'll split by hand and then let season. But the firebox itself, the inner dimensions, you can fit up to, I believe, a 4-foot log, but I like to do about a little over 2 feet, so that's why I cut my firewood this length, if you were wondering. Alright, so this is what we got out of that one tree. Not bad. They're cut to about like 32-inch sections because I'll split these by hand because these will be like overnighters for the outdoor boiler. I'm a little upset though, I was a little careless and I nicked my picaroon with the chainsaw bar. I was just being careless. That sucks. Well, I'll have to just sand it down, and handles are cheap enough, but you know, the time involved to rehang it, I'm upset. So let's find another tree. You know, people say that, oh, cutting down trees, you're ruining the environment, but it's tough to see because it's wintertime. But some of this is an older forest. There's a lot of skinny standing trees, and you know, that are sucking up nutrients. So thinning it out a little bit will help the next generation come in. So let's go find another tree. So here's a good, I believe, maple or oak. I do need pine too, and there's a ton of pine trees. So maybe I use the pine for kindling. These are widowmakers here. How if I push that over by hand? a little beat up at the base. I might just cut this down for safety's sake. So this video is more about just gathering firewood. I'm trying to make a trail system through here, and these widowmakers, these thin dead pines, are a safety thing. If I'm working out here or riding around on the four-wheeler, these could come down at any second. So that's why I want to get rid of them, cut them up, use them for whatever's usable. Here's another maple here that its neighboring tree broke. It's starting to rot, so let's get rid of that. Heavy lean that way, so we shouldn't have any issue. So what I'm trying to do with my land is transform it into a sustainable forest. You know, take out the overgrowth, thin it out, kind of let it, the forest naturally overgrows. It's very restricted at certain areas. So I just want to thin out, grab a little bit of firewood and, you know, regenerate the forest. The last one we cut down, made a little pile. Not bad. Not bad for renewable forestry, I guess you could say. Just kind of taking out the dead stuff, lean stuff, thinning it out. Take this pine down right here. It's starting to die at the top. The pines literally overtake. Just look up at the canopy. Pine, pine. 3 maples here, 2 pines behind that. That section all pine, pine, and so on and so on and so on. So we're gonna thin out some of these pines, add to my little collection here. So let's drop that one. See if we could drop it on the pile. Here, we're gonna do something with, because we get decent sunlight. I think if we take down about 6 big pines, we'll get good sunlight in here. I'm curious to see if I can make a food plot or an actual garden. So this is what we came up with. I ended up stacking it on some cut branches so it's off the dirt a little bit. It's tough to see in this video, but it is off the dirt directly. Here's the second little pile. Some pine and maple as well. Look at that beautiful sun. It is just, it's like therapy being out here. To leave the tops, because some animals, I mean, there's not a ton I use. I mean, there is some good firewood in there, but it's not worth dragging it out. But I like to leave the tops because the animals will make little, you know, habitats out of it. A habitat snag, I think it's called. But anyways, can you tell I cut down anything? I cut down about 6 trees. All right, well, that's it. That's a wrap for today. I mean, we barely scratched the surface. There is firewood everywhere. It's like I cut one, I move over and I cut a second one, and then it's like the list goes on and on and on as far as dead wood or leaning wood. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you see, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.